I've been a mechanic for over 25 years, and up until recently, I've never had an issue with my epilepsy. I guess my seizures have finally gotten to the point where I need to talk to my boss about it. Well, until now, my seizures have been pretty rare, but the other day I had a breakthrough seizure when I was at home. So now I'm worried that it could happen here at work too, so it's time for me to bring it up. I did tell George about my epilepsy a while back, so everything's good on that end. Well, after my breakthrough seizure, I talked to Sheldon, our union rep, who's actually been a big help. He checked the union employee handbook and said that the standard operating procedure would be for me to first talk to my supervisor about it. And he also told me how I should talk to my supervisor, so he's been a really big help. He suggested that I take the right attitude into the meeting and that I have a lot of patience. I mean, this one meeting isn't gonna solve everything between me and George. I think it's gonna take some time. It's been a little bit of an adjustment for me, but nothing I can't handle. I mean, I'll definitely feel better once I talk to George. Well, I've been at this shop for 15 years now, and they've been really great to me and all the other employees, which is one of the main reasons I came here to begin with, so I do think it'll go pretty well. Well, I guess it's time to do this. Now or never, right? I've been working with George for years now. I'm sure he'll understand. I'm just gonna try my best to keep everything Sheldon and I discussed in mind, like trying to work with George and be patient. If I can do that, I think this meeting will go well. Hey, George, you got a sec?
Sure, what's up?
Well, I just wanted to talk with you about my epilepsy.
Okay. Let me just finish writing this job order.
I could come back in a few.
No worries. All right. What can I do for you?
Well, there's a couple things I wanted to bring up about my epilepsy.
Sure, what's on your mind?
I recently had a breakthrough seizure, and I wanted to bring that up with you. To give you a heads up that it could happen again on the job.
Oh, man. Is it serious?
No, it's nothing major. It's like I said a while back, trembling in my left hand for a minute or two, and then back to normal.
Oh. Is that, what exactly does that mean?
Well, if I'm holding a wrench or screwdriver or something, I might drop it. That's why I wanted to ask if I can get Thursday off to follow up with my doctor.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. You know, my medication's been switched up a little since this recent seizure, so I just want to make sure everything's good on that end.
Wait, Kevin, is this gonna affect what you do at the shop?
No, it'll be fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah. If I have a seizure, all I have to do is let it pass. Then I can go back to what I was doing.
Well, that's fine if you're installing an air filter, but what if you're carrying something heavy like a hood or something?
Well, as a precaution, I could just have somebody spot me if I'm moving something like that.
Yeah, but Kev, there's also a ton of dangerous stuff around here. You know that.
Oh, come on, George. It's just my hand trembling.
Yeah. Kevin, on top of all the dangerous equipment, you're responsible for a ton of stuff around here at the shop. Cutting sheet metal, carrying glass plates, removing sections of cars. I mean, we can't be worried about you dropping things all over the place.
I know. Relax. It's not my dominant hand. I'll still be able to support what I'm carrying with my good hand. Besides, it only lasts a minute or two, tops.
I don't know, Kevin.
Look, I know I need to do some things on my end, so here's what I'll do. I'll keep my area more organized than it's been, so there's less clutter in case I do have a seizure.
Well, that's a start.
Oh, then maybe we could get one of those 21-drawer toolboxes.
Those things are like $3,000.
Oh.
Yeah, look, there's got to be other ways of getting organized. What's wrong with your current toolbox?
Oh, nothing. I didn't realize they cost that much. I can make the old one work. Look, let me meet with my doctor and see what other things we can come up with to keep the shop safe.
All right. And that's this Thursday?
Yeah. Look, George, it won't affect my performance, I promise. It'll be barely noticeable. We'll make sure to take the necessary precautions so that everything's okay.
Yeah, I know, George, but there's still a few things on my end that I'm concerned about. Primarily your and everyone's safety.
And I appreciate that. I can just talk to the guys and we can work that stuff out. Having someone help me carry the big stuff is easy enough.
Yeah, I'm sure they won't mind.
Yeah, and as far as when I'm doing the small details, like screwing in small parts, I'll just take a break for a minute or two until everything's fine.
That's what works for you now. Keep doing that.
All right, and if you have any suggestions in the meantime, I'm all ears.
All right. That sounds reasonable. But be sure to get back to me after you meet with your doctor, because there's still a few things I'm a little uncertain about.
I will. Thanks, George. And thanks again for your time.
Sure thing.
Well, I think it went pretty well, but I forgot one thing. I wanted to ask him if I could avoid using the paint mixer, but I guess I'll just bring that up in the next meeting. And in retrospect, I think I kind of caught him off guard. I probably should have scheduled something more formal. But all things considered, I'm really glad I talked to George.